Sure I'm not calling it too early. 5 o'clock on the nose. Okay, we are going to officially call this meeting to order. And we'll go ahead and take a roll call. Nancy, we'll start with you.
Nancy Bell, Ripon Public Library Director.
Doug Iverson, council appointee, library director.
Sounds like you need another nap.
I guess so.
Nancy Baird, member.
Lisa Weeks, president.
Janet Bosco, member.
All right.
What is Travis there?
I'm sorry, what?
He said.
He did say, okay, sorry Travis, I couldn't hear you.
I can't see you either. Why? Are you in the dark?
I think he blurred his background.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, my video's on.
There you go, we can
Okay.
hear you.
All right, excellent. We're here to have a discussion and possible vote on the renovation project change orders and associated work. We have 2 items that we're gonna discuss and any other items that are necessary. I'm gonna yield the floor to Nancy.
Okay, yeah, as we know, okay, so the very first thing on the back of the agenda for us, the second page for if you're looking at it digitally, is just like the general change order. So this is usually what comes in when I see this is what the change orders look like. They don't really have that much description most of the time. If you look under the contract is changed as follows, so you can see they're referencing construction bulletin 6 and construction bulletin 7. So the $5,580.77 was a bunch of small changes that just added up to $5,000. So a revision of outlets in the telehealth rooms, which is going to be this meeting room and the one next door, which is named Ceresco. The toddler seat location in the family toilet, which is it's the bathroom in the children's room. They needed to add like some stability into the wall for the adult changing room, which is gonna be down here. And then revise the emergency stop button location for the elevator. So all of that totaled out to $5,000. And then construction bulletin 7 had all of the labor and installation costs for the 4 wall heaters, the electric heaters in the bathroom. So the $13,000 includes all the labor, all of like the electrician work that has to happen, the rewiring to make the 4 wall electric heaters work. So that's why it is $13,000.
It's a water heater scope that they have to remove for $3,100.
Yeah.
Is it a pipe or something they have to take out?
Which one?
It's red. over
Yeah,
there.
the removal of the water heater scope. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
construction bulletin 1.
Oh, so red means it's.
Yeah, the red
Negative.
means it got
Okay.
taken out. They did not do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there was like
Could've
there was
been more.
there was casework. There was originally supposed to be a built-in in the closet upstairs behind the circulation desk. That also got taken out because when they actually opened that closet, they realized there's like an electrical panel behind there
Yeah, that would
that we
work
need
good.
to be able to access. So they're like, actually, we can't do that built-in. So they took the work out.
If I could subtract my
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
So these are all of the change orders and like contingency costs that have come through already. And then the last 3 that have been bolded are on this change order document for so re-insulating the director's office, which is only $471. And then revision of outlets and all that other stuff for $5,000, and then the wall heaters. So that is on this current change order. Almost $42,000 for the insulation ceiling of the ducts in the west wing is a separate invoice that's not on the change order, which is the IKM kind of blurry document.
Right, that wasn't sent as a PDF, as a JPEG, it looks like.
Yeah, which I don't understand why, but that's
Nope.
how it gets sent over. But yeah,
So is this from the beginning?
yes, it's all the way from the beginning. So I just wrote out all of the things that have already been spent that were part of like the contingency costs so far, and the last 3 things are bolded, and those are the things that are on the current change
Oh,
order
gotcha.
that still needs to be approved, and I wanted to talk to the board before.
And we had 54,000 in contingency to start with.
Yes,
And we have 12 left if we approve all 3 of those.
if you approve all 3 of those, yes. So that would be the wall heaters, the outlets and all that jazz, and then the office. it would have, $12,000 left, and then the installation would be an additional almost 42,000.
I'm getting confused with that 42, okay, so.
Yeah.
When I read it online, I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me, okay. So 42 just happened to be the same number, that the total
Yes.
we would have already
Yes.
spent and the total we need for that happened to be 42. Got it.
Yeah, the actual like specific number is 41,931 for the installation, if that helps separate those
And
numbers.
where's that come from?
Oh, that's what we have to talk about, I think, right?
Yes.
So 12,
Yeah, so whatever,
so whatever,
Yeah.
41 minus
Mhm.
12.
But would they agree to us spending the whole contingency right now?
Oh,
How are we doing,
maybe so.
I mean, do they expect to find more, that would be my question. How do we?
we don't know, yeah.
But do we expect it, or, you know what I mean, is there a sense of, would there be more besides what we've identified so far?
I don't know that there's like a sense that we'll find more necessarily, however, they do have to do a bunch of electrical work in the, like the Friends, like main showroom area still, which is still the original part of the building. So I don't know what's gonna happen when they open
That
up
wasn't
ceiling.
in the, or it was in
It
a certain
was.
amount, but we're not sure if that's
Yeah.
enough. Okay,
Yeah. So I mean, at this point, like my recommendation to the board is like be prepared to foot an additional $42,000 on top of the 12,000 that's already in the contingency. Does that make sense?
Okay, so,
well, that would mean finding with 12 more something wrong.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's your,
yeah. Yeah, it would just be adding the additional cost and not, and like leaving the contingency alone and just adding on 42. Yeah.
okay, so let me just
Yes.
go through this again.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, the ductwork is
Mhm.
about, I'm sorry, was it $41,931.92 cents?
Yes.
And there's additional costs of $5,580.77, is that correct?
plus,
Yeah. So the change order has the $5,580.77.
Right.
Then it also has the $13,059.50.
Oh, to install the wall
yeah,
heaters,
and the
okay,
$471.
yep,
Yeah.
okay, so that's gonna come to $19,000? No, more,
Yeah. The change order is $19,111.35
if we just approve those three.
for
okay,
just those three.
okay,
Did we already approve any of that?
Technically, the other two things like need to happen for the project to move forward. So they've already kind of been approved and are ready to move on. I just haven't actually done the formal change order because the change order includes the $13,000 for the heaters,
okay,
It's newer.
which is newer.
okay, so going through this again.
Yeah.
What's our contingency right now? 42,000,
It would be
the 42,000?
so the 42,000 would be what we have what we have spent
Right,
if we include the 19,000.
which is the $1,359.58, the $5,580.77, and the $471.
Yes.
Okay, and the remaining then would be $12,000.
Correct.
But we still have to appropriate money for the insulation wrap.
Yes.
Okay,
41.
and that's $41,931.92.
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, so we could appropriate, we could vote, I'm suggesting we just vote on, the 471, the 5580.77, the $13,059.58, which would be insulate the director's office, revise outlets in the telehealth rooms, toddler seat location, the family toilet, furring wall for adult changing room, revise emergency stop button for elevator, and labor installation cost for the full wall heaters, which are going to be, what was it, 19?
$13,059.
$13,059. okay? And that's going to, we're going to have a remaining of $12,438.53.
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve that from the contingency fund.
Start here. Yep.
Start right there first, okay?
I second that.
Okay?
All those in favor?
Did we discuss?
Aye.
Do we-
already discussed?
Wait, well, I'm gonna back that up. Does anybody want to discuss this? Okay, then we're gonna start over with the vote. All those in favor?
Aye,
All those
Aye.
opposed? Okay, the motion is carried.
okay.
That takes care of that. Now we're on to this
Okay,
41.
And so then, right now, we have the $12,000, $439.53 in contingency fund left. So then, Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong here, but we have to appropriate money to cover the installation.
That is correct.
Okay, so I would just appropriate the full amount from the renovation fund and carry it over, and then that would leave us with the $12,439.53
For
in the
future.
contingency fund.
Yep.
That hopefully will carry us through. Does that
God willing
make,
and the creek don't rise.
well, who
So-
knows?
So we are going till September, correct? That's the ending date, so
It
if
has
it's,
to be done by September 30th.
right, and if we find something, it should be coming soon, one would think.
Yes.
Like you're saying,
Mhm.
when are they gonna start on that electric work?
So I think that's gonna be pretty early in the process, so it should be like within June. They should be working in there.
But we have to make this decision because
They're in.
they're
like,
gonna start this
There's,
sooner than
they're
you.
going, they're in the ceiling in the west
Yeah.
wing, and
Right.
we gotta make that decision now before April.
What happens to contingency fund that isn't spent?
Contingency fund that isn't spent is just like it's dollars that have been allocated with the intent of using it as contingency. If it's not spent, it just stays in the OECF fund.
Yeah,
No, cause this would be, contingency is, okay, so they're taking it out of the foundations as we build.
Yes.
Because the whole grant went in or no?
the whole grant
city,
is going
this
into.
seems to me money the city might be spending.
No, so we only have like our revenue is only grant money and OACF money. That's pretty much it.
So wouldn't this be grant money?
No, because everything is so all of the construction is about 2.4 million,
right.
and our grant is only 1.9.
So I just would like that to be clear, that any, any contingency left over is not city money, it is ours, which will be in the foundation because it hasn't been taken out
It
yet.
hasn't been taken out, correct?
It was not part of the grant.
Mhm.
And so it's ours to leave in there and or delegate it into whatever fund we wanna put it in.
Yeah,
Is that-
I mean, in the future, if that's still sitting there at, you know, at the close of this project, then we can vote to move it somewhere else if that's what we choose.
I mean, I guess I'd like confirmation of that, but I guess I don't know if you can get it or not. You know what I mean? I'd like it to be clear that that's where, because otherwise we could say spend it up right now.
Mhm.
And take out 31 or whatever, 29, right, out of the foundation
Oh,
to cover.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
But then we would have a contingency fund left over.
right,
for
but
those-
then they can come back to us again and we can go get it then.
So the nice thing about having the contingency and is that I didn't have to come to you guys and like do an emergency meeting for the things that are like $600 or $200.
Yeah.
Otherwise, every single one, because we don't have a contingency fund
Right.
anymore, it would have to be every single time
We-
something comes up, we'd have
We
to have
want
an
a
emergency
contingency
meeting.
fund. I don't know
Yeah,
about the
I would
rest.
leave
So if you don't wanna like do the whole amount transferred over, but I think we should just do the whole amount. And just leave the
The contingency fund
contingency as is, because at some point, I'm guessing there'll be those $600, $300, and $200 items. I'm sorry, whether I'm on the board or not, if I'm on the board, I don't really wanna have to keep coming back. I wanna be aware, because that's one of our roles
Right.
as a trustee, I want to be aware of what we're, what's going on. But I'm not really concerned about the $200 item that has to be the whatever, okay? I'm not super concerned about that. So I really wanna have a emergency board meeting for $600, that seems rather pointless, and so far, I mean, the city's looking at this over, the contractors, Nancy's got her eyes on it. And I get it, a project like this, a renovation like this, you gotta find stuff like that. Oops, the ductwork hadn't been insulated properly. Well, we should do that because I'm guessing that's gonna be more energy efficient. You know,
Right.
even if it's $42,000, but it won't take very many years. Honestly, maybe, to change that, lower that cost, I don't know. But
So
yes,
right- It's just the right thing to do.
it is the correct, it's done right, that's the way the buildings are done, and that's the way it
We
should
don't wanna
be.
be using more energy than we have to, that's the wrong thing to do.
Right.
I mean,
I'm suggesting we just leave the contingency fund the way it is, and appropriate the money from the renovation fund and move it over.
if you,
Travis?
I mean, if you're all comfortable, I'm not as comfortable as you are, that'll all work out.
Yes, I understand.
Are
what you're saying,
you,
yeah.
can I ask what your concern is? Are you worried we're gonna lose that money?
Or that we won't be able to use it in a place we wanna use it, that we won't have the freedom to move it around.
Who would stop that, since it's part of
I
the
don't know,
OIC?
but it's part of the project and it just concerns
Okay.
me, that's
Okay.
all.
All right.
That they
And
would
that's-
think
Sure,
it needs to be part of the project, or save it for a future capital because it's capital, or
got it, okay.
whatever,
Can I try to allay?
yeah.
Okay, so we're using contingency budget, that, like, it, basically the library board at one of the previous meetings before I was here specifically said that you would want to allocate $779,000 towards the project. So taking that amount of money, it was broken down into a budget style document to say, this is contingency, this is furniture, this is this, but none of that money has actually left the OACF.
The main fund.
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's
So-
everything that we voted on.
Yeah, so you've said that you're going to allocate this amount of money, but it hasn't actually left.
We pledged to.
Yes,
kind of,
exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm fine with it, I just wanted to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a good question.
No,
and
it's
I
a good
appreciate you
question, it's still
explaining it.
there, but we haven't set aside as contingency from this specific amount, so that we keep track of it.
Right,
So when we take
It's
it
an
out,
accounting
I
thing.
guess, when we take it out, it needs a purpose.
Yep.
And if we could label that whole 41
Mhm.
as contingency, essentially, we're putting it into the contingency fund of the construction. So if we label it that when we take it out, then everyone knows that 41 went to that.
Okay, so you're saying increase the contingency fund by this dollar amount, so
Well,
that's
the
specified.
amount you need.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
yeah.
Okay.
You know, so we'll still have 12 left.
Gotcha.
Increase it by the
Yes.
whole amount of the
Mhm.
insulation.
Yeah, just just move the insulation
But
over
just
to-
to know that we
to
did
whatever
that.
fund that you
So if
want.
Doug goes away,
Yes, the dog
Sorry.
goes away, yeah, thank you. I know where you live.
are you in his district too?
No.
Oh.
no, but I was there last night.
Oh, you were,
You were.
nice.
Alright, let's stay on this, let's get this done.
Okay, Travis, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I agree 100% with Doug.
Wow, never heard that before.
Something's
don't
obviously
write that
wrong
down.
with Travis.
Right then.
We'll be over to take you to the hospital in a minute. It'll be a group thing.
Nancy, how about you? Anything to add?
No, I agree too.
Okay. Someone wanna make a motion?
I'll make a motion, to move the, $41,931.92 from the OCAF renovation fund into contingency.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Dang it, I cut him off every time.
He's trying.
Well, I knew what side he was falling on.
Yeah,
Okay, all those opposed? The motion is carried. And then we need another motion to pay this,
who seconded?
Nancy,
Okay, great,
Yeah.
thank you.
and then we need another motion to actually pay this invoice,
Which one?
the IKM.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, I'll make a motion to pay the IKM invoice in the amount of $41,931.92.
so, just one, somebody can second, if you wanna, before we discuss.
I can second.
Yeah, so how do they know that exact amount if they haven't started? Like, that's on an invoice, they haven't done it.
No, this is a quote.
So do we need to approve it as such yet?
Oh,
They haven't done the work.
that's a good question. I just assumed it was in, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Do we-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it hasn't been done yet.
Yeah, so this is just the quote so far.
Okay, so we
So-
should hold off and withdraw those motions.
Yeah, and we'll just pay when they're done with it in May or whenever they
Okay,
finish it.
yes, all right.
Well, they started in April, I don't know how long it takes them to wrap insulation.
I guess,
I think
Longer
it's
than
gonna
it
take-
took to drape it.
It's gonna do like 2 to 3 weeks, I believe, is what they said.
I'm guessing something like that.
do we need a motion that just says we move that they go ahead with the quote? Do we have to approve the quote or something? I don't know. I mean, they wanna know that we have the money, and we didn't really vote. What was the first motion? What we
That was
had?
for the electric heaters and public. bathrooms.
Yeah, I wonder if we need a vote saying we approved spending this money. We just don't have an invoice to approve, but we approve their quote to go ahead with it. That we're gonna cover it, I don't know. What do you think? What will they want from
Will
us?
you accept the bid, accept the quote?
Yeah, I think, yeah, accepting the quote would probably,
It would get in the
Yeah.
minutes that we approved.
something
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we accept the
that's-
quote
yeah.
as is to do the,
Okay, I can
Okay.
change the motion, I make a motion to accept the IKM, invoice, what was it?
Bid.
The bid
Quote,
quote
yeah.
in the amount of $41,931.92.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you see it?
Good job.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
And all those opposed? The motion is carried. Alright. Do we need to adjust that last motion about the director's office, or is that a cost? That's already been done.
that's a cost that's already.
Okay, alright, then I'm not gonna be concerned about that. Alright, are there any other items that we need to talk about?
No, this is also just like how it will look on the board agendas
Just
in
in
the future.
case,
Just in case.
just in case.
So anytime something like this comes up, we can bring it up at that board meeting to be more timely, so I hope to call less emergency meetings if I get the documentation. So like this quote or something, I got like the day of the meeting. And so if we had this kind of agenda item
Oh, the
on our
discussion on
standing
renovation
agenda.
project and change orders, you're gonna put that on
Exactly.
there every time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
start putting it on there until the
Okay.
end of the project, so that hopefully we can cut down on the emergency meetings.
Sounds good.
Adam suggested doing that. I was like,
Yes.
Good
That's a
idea.
good-
That's a great idea. Alright, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second,
All those in favor?
aye.
I forgot my job here.
Aye.
All those opposed? Alright, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you coming in.